did the same to me. But you know what? It's okay. I'm totally fine. Everything is going to be totally fine.
Sorry. Are you free for dinner tonight?
Yes.
All right. Then it's a date.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak.
China has identified the cause of the mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. The first U.S. case has been detected.
200,000 Americans killed by coronavirus.
More than 12 million acres scorched.
It's been the worst first 6 months of the year for stock markets in more than 50 years.
Fires are still burning on the south side of Minneapolis.
Kobe Bryant, the legendary NBA star, is dead tonight.
We face this unprecedented challenge. For many, young and old, 2020 will be the toughest year of our lives.
During the now infamous year of 2020, when the world was put on pause, the amount of content being consumed skyrocketed. The time we spent digesting media increased by almost an hour from 2019 to 2020. Cable TV saw viewership increase by 72%, and new streaming services like HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Apple TV seemed like they were coming out every day. And in the midst of all this, the most streamed TV shows were The Office, Grey's Anatomy, and Criminal Minds. But why? The Office hasn't released an episode in almost 7 years, and Grey's Anatomy and Criminal Minds saw all their most beloved characters either die off or leave the show years ago. What was the sudden demand for all these shows? Well, you probably already know the answer, but just don't want to talk about it. Comfort TV is defined as a movie or TV series that one watches to mask out negative emotions and evokes positive or euphoric feelings in that one person. Everybody has that one show that is their go-to, whether it's The Office, or Friends, or Game of Thrones, besides Season 8. In our day-to-day life, we learn thousands of new things, if not consciously, then subconsciously. The constant learning and changing of the world and barrage of unfamiliar experiences can lead a person to feel stressed, have anxiety, or even fearful. So when you see Michael finally say goodbye to Dunder Mifflin for the 10th time, or Ross and Rachel's first kiss, or John get crowned King of the North, you experience a sense of familiarity that can act as a shield against unfamiliar experiences. But that begs the question, what's wrong with new experiences?
Why is the thing we are most afraid of in this world the dark? Well, I would make the argument it is because it represents the unknown.
Where an infinite amount of possibilities can exist, and the only limit being your imagination. But what is so scary about the unknown? Well, let's see if Jordan Peterson can help us out with that one.
It's a symbol of matter and spirit in union, because the snake is sort of matter, and the wings on the snake, the dragon, make it spirit, so it's like the fundamental elements of reality are matter and spirit in some kind of conjoined state, and the fundamental task of the human being is to come to terms with the nature of that unknown thing.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, I'll take it from here.
Imagine you are at a lake cliff jumping. Now you want to jump, but you aren't sure how deep the water is. The unknown factor will cause you to have more fear because your brain is telling you, hey, we might die. Whereas if you had a boat that could tell you the depth of the water, and it said the water was 30 feet deep, you would have a sense of comfort from the level of risk being lowered. So through years and years of microevolution, we have developed a fear of the unknown as a way to protect ourselves from harm. The only problem is we tend to conflate the unknown with fear all too often. which can keep us from taking risks that can ultimately pan out for the better. Now, I'm not saying that because you watched a TV show 3 different times that you will never succeed. I'm just bringing attention to the fact that comfort TV is a symptom to a much larger problem. It is not always bad or always good. There's a time and a place for almost any form of content. But next time you catch yourself speedrunning every season of Ozark, don't forget to ask yourself, what am I hiding from?